Uh, you know, you don't know. You don't know. I have this friend of mine. He's from my school days. Okay. He has been in touch with me from ages. Okay. Now, this guy, in my school days, he was the number one rank holder. He used to get, whenever the exam year end or whatever, he would be number one. He would get the perfect score. In fact, the teachers would show his paper. The handwriting was impeccable. The teacher, when they are correcting, they just correct, just tick, tick, tick. There's not a single red mark, as in a mistake. A perfect answer sheet. And the teachers, they never wanted to give anyone 100 out of 100. But with him, they were forced to give. And some of them even said, they would admit, I purposely cut 2 marks because I didn't want to give 100 out of 100. And they would openly say, imagine you're looking at an answer sheet where everything is, it looked like as if it was printed professionally. He would write so well. In fact, he would even write the question in black ink, fountain pen those days. I don't know what school children use today, but there was a fountain pen where you put ink, He would write the question in black and the answer in navy blue, Perfect answer sheet. And every year, by default, everyone knew he's the rank holder, first rank holder. However, what people didn't know was he came from a very poor family, very, very poor, extremely poor. You're talking of, Sharjah, UAE. Sharjah is the neighbor of Dubai, the other city or emirate as you call it. Now, he was one end of the spectrum. I was the absolute other end. My whole bloody answer sheet was a mess. It looked like someone, half drunk, sleeping and scribbled something or did some Picasso drawing. Everywhere there were red marks. Don't worry, the teacher never showed my paper because it was bloody embarrassing. Sometimes there was like question mark, and some teachers out of pity, mercy would give me passing marks. I remember one teacher even spoke to me, Loy, I want to give you some marks. Where do I give you? Oh goodness, it was so funny. And I was mischievous, I was naughty. He was obedient. I was just the opposite. Let's just call him S. Let's call him S. Okay, don't want to give his name. I don't know how it happened, but he could not tolerate me. He was not my type. We were just polar opposites. Before the exam, they would study and he would have his groups. But me, I was always alone, a loner, a bum. I don't know how it happened, but I ended up talking to him. And before you know it, I ended up at his house. He was staying at this small, they have this pota cabin, no? They have this small pota cabin where, when engineers, when they're working on site, it was a small pota cabin where he used to stay his father used to work for this sheikh as a gardener. It was a small pota cabin. And he, his mother, his father, his brother, his sister, all used to stay there. Very poor family. I never knew this. And one day, I don't know how, I ended up, I think, going to his place Father was a very old man. Mother was also old. They were very poor, very, very poor. But I'll tell you, they didn't speak English, but their heart was gold, you know. Like when I came there and they made food for me, chapati. I don't know if you know what is chapati in India. Make chapati like bread, like, you know. And she gave me a little bit of egg, and I was shameless. I was busy eating. Whatever they're cooking, I was eating. Today when I look back, I think like, man, how fucking shameless I was. It didn't even strike me that this is a poor family. I was busy eating. And they would feed me. The mother used to feel very happy looking at me eat, and used to make. At least that family had more love than my family. And I used to visit him very often. We became good friends. But my academic performance was outstanding. Outstanding. I used to stand out of the class. His was outstanding for the right reasons. You know, life just, you know, after that, we parted ways when we left school, and we were in touch for some time. But you know how life is. And then later on, thanks to Facebook, you know, we got in touch. To my surprise, this guy who was supposed to be a rank holder, number one, highest marks. See the irony. Me being a bum, I was, you know, having ups and downs in my life and earning big money and whatever. He, on the other hand, being a rank holder, he just ended up with a very meager job. I don't know why. I guess maybe because he was never the aggressive type. He was always humble, and he was always, you know, he didn't know how to bullshit. He didn't know how to sell himself, show larger than life. But later on, I think I kind of realized he was never ambitious, as in to make money. He converted from Hinduism to a sect of Christianity. Now, you know, I was really surprised what he was earning. It was really, really low. To give you an idea, what I would earn maybe in a few hours or days, he would earn in a month. And he was working very hard. I was like, I couldn't get my head around it. Anyway, he was happy with his life, a simple guy. And yesterday, as I was going through, you know, I was making my videos and uploading about my mother, why I can't forgive my mother. You can see that video. I went through some of the old photographs of mine, and lo and behold, I found a snap of his, a photograph of him and me, you know, some of those photographs. And in one of those photographs, I found a photograph of him, his mother, his father, his brother. Sister was not there. And I remembered I had taken the snap, asking them to pose together, and they took. And I just sent it to him yesterday night before sleeping. Morning, sorry. I slept at, I think, 7 in the morning or something. I sent it to him. I went to sleep and I got up. Now, morning. Morning, what am I saying? I got up in the afternoon, late afternoon. When I woke up, I saw the WhatsApp message. I was just checking emails, and I saw his message, and in that, he said, "Loy, thank you so much for this photograph. It brought joy, happiness, and brought a lot of tears to my eyes." So I was happy that, you know, at least it made him happy. And then he put a sentence which really, like, gave me a slap. He said, "Loy, I'm the only surviving member in this photograph." You know, I'll tell you, when he said that, I just like, you wake up and you need coffee and all that. But when I read that sentence, I just woke up. And then I looked at that photograph again, which I'd sent him, and realized his father, who was very old, he died first. His mother was old. She loved the father more than anything. She died. His elder brother died due to some health complications. His sister, his elder sister, she is married. I don't know much about her. And this guy is left alone. And today he is married, happily married, but he has no children. He doesn't want children. I just kept quiet for a few seconds, and when I sent him a message, I said, wow, okay. Life is so funny. And then there was silence, and then I just sent him another message. I was like, we just have to wait for our turn, And I sent him the message. I just closed my WhatsApp and I sat and I thought, man, we go through life, we just go through life, and before you know it, you're just so focused about future and goals, and maybe one day if you just hit the brakes and stop, and you just turn around, and you'll realize, the group that you are with, one by one, a lot of people have vanished. You're so steadfast in your future and goals and to-do list, and it's like, oh, fuck, yeah. Wow. Just think about it. Just think what I'm saying. One day, your grandmother, grandfather will be no more. Your mother, father slowly will be no more. Or they'll be very old. The people who you studied with, who you spent time with, whom you used to hang around with 24/7, they're gone their own direction, their own ways. In fact, when you see some of these school reunion snaps, they show before how they were, and 30 years later, or they show how everyone's become fat and old and big and hairy and ugly and old. It's like dinosaurs. And then you're like, what the fuck, man? I look at my photographs when I'm young, I'm like, fucking hell, man. What happened? Wow. I'll tell you really, I look at some of my old photographs. I see this young boy, I see this flirtish smile, I see this cunning character, I see this, this playboy who is like a ladies' man, smiling and jumpy. And now when I look at Loy Machedo young, his characteristics jump out, like playboy, mischievous, naughty, hyper, cannot focus on one single task. And I just think of the evolution. Wow. This 20-year-old Loy Machedo, 16-year-old, whatever, fuck, he became me, man. Just imagine if I could go back in time, or someone could go back in time and tell the 20-year-old Loy Machedo, hey, one day you'll be bald. One day your face will be tattooed. You look like a Maori. You look like some Mexican gangster. You'll have 4 marriages, 3 where you'll divorce. You'll not become a CEO. You'll not become a billionaire. You'll have girls, but not the hottest girls in the world and all that. and you'll be based in Thailand. You'll break off from your family. You'll leave Christianity. You know, the Jesus you want to die for, you're going to be an atheist. Fuck, if someone would tell Loy Machedo when he was 20, you would like, what shit are you talking, man? Impossible. You know, if I could tell you something through this video, no, it would be, don't be so future focused. Don't be so, you know, don't lose a sense of awareness of who you are, where you are. Otherwise, you'll just be like, what the fuck, man? Where did life go, man? I have no fucking answer, I'll tell you that. I have no answer. Like my cousin sister was just telling me, Loy, do you know that, I just want to tell you, like she just exclaimed, my daughters, they're completing their education. I was like, what? You know why? Because the last I had met my cousin, sister, I remember her daughters were small. They were small little girls running and playing around, small little. I just totally forgot all about them, and you know, we are in touch once a while here and there. So as to always think that these girls are small. And when she told me they are completing their college, MBA or whatever, I was like, what? And then my cousin said, Loy, you're not 20 years old. You're old. Like, oh shit. You know, it was like like my 20 years, like, wow. Like, think about it. Like, what happened to your schooling? What happened to your college? What is your age right now? What happened to all those years? Time passes by so fast, no? It's like, you know, that movie where you see these characters in a photograph, and when you have this time machine, one by one, each character vanishes, and finally you're left alone. This will be your story and my story, man. One day, we'll all just vanish. We'll all just vanish. And the only thing that will remain, photographs, videos, now Facebook, or maybe a YouTube video. That's it. And a nice little gravestone. Here lies the tattooed guy, 1977 to 20 whatever. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Just one last thing before you say bye. Go through some of your old photographs, old memories. Just go through them and see the people and the characters in it. See yourself. And then ask yourself whatever question you want to ask. In my case, I only ask one. Fuck, where did all those years go? Wow. Anyway, man, just thought I'd share this with you guys. Alright? Guys, take care. Ciao.